Y'all, I finally have a website for my channel, Side Hustle Seattle, and I have to give a huge shout out to Fiverr because I paid a freelancer on the site to design my website, and it came out so good, like beyond anything I could have imagined, and I cannot wait to show you it. Now, I'm somebody who has wanted a website for a very long time, but honestly, quite frankly, the idea of building a website and designing it was just incredibly daunting. And so I finally just came to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to pay somebody to go ahead and design it for me. Now, there's a bunch of different ways you can kind of go about finding a freelancer, but I decided to go with Fiverr because I've used them before for a bunch of different services and I've always had a pretty good experience. So I figured, why not also use them for my website design? You know, at the end of the day, your website is an extension of your brand. And so you want to make sure you get it right. And I was very particular in what I wanted in a freelancer, and I felt like it did a good job of meeting my needs. So, first things first, if you don't know what Fiverr is, essentially it's an online marketplace that connects freelancers with clients looking to take advantage of a wide range of services. So, things like website design, it can be data entry, it can be programming, and a whole lot more. Trust me, you kind of just have to like dive into the site to see everything that it has to offer. So, before I really kind of get into showing you what my site looks like, which I am excited about, I want to just go into really quick kind of how I went about choosing the freelancer and the gig that was right for me and kind of what that process looked like. So that way, if you're interested in taking advantage of it, you kind of know what to expect. First things first, I searched for Wix website design since I knew I was going to be making my website on Wix. And from there, I filtered the searches to be top rated. I wanted somebody who had a large amount of great reviews to give me confidence that they were going to deliver a good product. And so I could kind of then search through the gigs, checking out pricing, their catalogs, and previous work before I decided on this gig. And after reading the reviews, I knew I had found the one. Now, I went with the premium option because I was going to create a large amount of pages. I knew I kind of wanted a lot in my website. So I wanted more of a comprehensive delivery. So I went with the premium option, but there's other ones that you can choose from. And so I sent him a message prior to booking the gig just to make sure we we're on the same page. Then I booked it and we got started. Now, I already had kind of like this grand vision of what I wanted my website to look like. So I literally sent this man like a Google Doc that outlined every page of my website with the general concept, with the wording, with the pictures, all of that. But honestly, you don't have to do that. So if you only have kind of like a broad idea of what you want, you can just kind of let your freelancer know and they can really help you fill in those gaps and even make suggestions. Like when you go to book, it'll even ask you some questions like, you know, what websites do you like and what's the general concept of your website? So that way they can kind of help formulate and tailor to what you would really want. And keep in mind, most of these freelancers have worked with hundreds, if not thousands, of customers. So they have a ton of past work that you can go ahead and look at for inspiration. And now that my website is done, it is here and it is perfect. So let's go ahead and look into it. Okay, so here is my site. Now, the kind of theme of my site was to really highlight all of the things that I talk about in my channel. So notary work, of course, side hustles, of course, and entrepreneurship, of course, so like business tools and things like that. And so that's kind of what I wanted it to focus on. And I wanted to make sure that it felt complete and robust. Like I wanted to make sure that even if you never went to my channel, you can still get a lot of the information that you want, that you need, and that you wanted. And so that's kind of like where my mindset was when I was designing it. And so first things first, you have this link to join my free newsletter. That's not even something that I suggested. That's actually something that the freelancer that I use put in there. He's like, hey, this would be a good idea to grow your audience. So I went ahead and put that in there. So I love that he like suggested different things that, you know, I wasn't even thinking about. And I feel like that just comes from the fact that they've done it so many times. They kind of know what works and what doesn't work and what people want and don't want. Now, one thing I 100% wanted on my page was links to my latest YouTube videos. So when I was designing the concept, I was like, I want to make sure that if somebody comes to my page, they know I make YouTube videos and they can see them. So right on the home page, you'll see kind of the links to my latest YouTube videos, and this automatically updates. So as I publish more videos, it'll automatically upload right here without me having to do anything. So it's actually linked to my YouTube channel. So people don't even have to leave my website to watch my videos. And then just kind of some quick links here that people can engage with and a little bio about me. Now, up top were the important kind of like buckets of things that I wanted people to be able to quickly grab to. So, of course, there's a notary one, a side hustle one that has some drop downs, a blog that I'll eventually add to, my course, some resources, and then a contact me page. So, the notary page right here, obviously, like notary work and notary concepts is something that I talk about a lot. So, that had to absolutely be its own tab. I knew that from the beginning. And so, I wanted to make sure that I highlighted just the basic information that people typically want when it comes to becoming a remote online notary. I didn't need it to be exhaustive, but I needed it to be enough to where if somebody read it, they'd have a general concept about what it is when you become one. So some basic like what is remote online notary, how does it differ, and then I have some like benefits, my top 3 platforms. So just a quick way for people to get started on some platforms, and I try to choose them based off price and availability. So for the most part, it should capture anybody who is looking to be a notary as far as the states that it's available in, and even links to a free marketing checklist that you can take advantage of. And I plan to add a lot more to this site as time goes on, but those are just the basics that I want to get started in. And then just some basic trainings and FAQs that people can engage with. Now, from a side hustle standpoint, I more wanted the framework than I wanted to have it all kind of built out and written out. So you'll see when I kind of go into this, I more wanted to just make sure that I had buckets of different side hustles here, and I'll continue to add them as I think about them. But now that he's kind of set it up, I can go and edit it and add some as I think about different kind of buckets of side hustles. And when you click into one, there's a couple cool things. One, I have this table of content that will like bounce you around the page, but then also on each page, I can link to one of my YouTube videos that kind of showcases what I'm talking about within the space. So this one's specifically survey sites. And so I linked to a video that I made of my 5 highest paying survey site locations that people can take advantage of. And I can change that video as often as I want to change it. And within each section, this is just default wording. I haven't even necessarily built it out yet. But the good thing is now that now that it's already built out, I can easily go and mark duplicate to add more to the page. I can easily kind of go and change it around. But I kind of just wanted to get it on the site first, and then again I'll work about like fleshing out the content a little bit later. And that's how it is for kind of all of these right here. So my blog, of course, which I haven't necessarily written anything yet, but I will. So stay tuned. If you subscribe to my newsletter, you'll get some of this information. And then, of course, I had to highlight my course. So I have a remote online notary 101 course. You've heard it 1,000 times. This right here will take you directly to my course. It'll showcase how many students I have, my star rating. You can now book a one-on-one meeting with me if you want more one-on-one coaching and development. So it'll link directly to that. And just some testimonials right here, and I can add more to it. So if you've left a testimonial on my course, first of all, thank you, but also you may find yourself on the website. And then just some like resources for entrepreneurs. So some free business tools, things to consider when doing content creation, some entrepreneurial essentials that you'll need when you're starting your own business. Again, these aren't fully fleshed out yet, but they will be. And I'm excited to flesh them out so that way you can take advantage of them and kind of see what's there. And then just a contact me page. So if you are looking to get in touch with me, rather you want to partner with me, or you just have some questions about different side hustles, my experience, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Feel free to either email me directly, or if you want, you can just fill out the form. And that is my site. And it looks just as good on the computer as it does on the cell phone. And it's one for the vision that I had. So of course, the link to my website will be in the description. But also, if you're looking to design a website or maybe even redesign an existing website, there'll be a link in the description and comment section for the specific gig and freelancer that I use, as well as just a link for you to be able to explore more about what Fiverr has to offer. And the good thing is I actually have a 10% off promo code that you can use the next time you book a gig. So anyways, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know your thoughts on the website. Let me know your thoughts about using a freelancer to design a website if you've ever done that. Thank you as always for watching my video, and I am going to catch you in the next one.